In the busy moments of our daily lives, there's a quiet whisper, reminding us of dreams we've suppressed and potential we've yet to unlock. A fate worse than death is a life lived unfulfilled, sacrificing one's true calling at the altar of conformity, living in the shadows of what could be. Giving up on our dream to avoid risk means settling for less, trading personal fulfillment for mediocrity. In doing so, our inner ember dims until we feel hollow inside. Reality, after all, is a mirror, and many of us avoid looking. And so, Dark Souls 2 acts as a mirror for those willing to see, revealing the importance of discovering our true purpose and the courage it takes to pursue it. Because in Dark Souls, losing that courage has a name. Hollowing begins with repeated failures, moments of despair, and a slow decay of hope. Within the game, it represents the ultimate loss. While death is just a minor setback to the last bonfire, going hollow paints a darker picture. A character loses their will, their purpose, and eventually their mind, leaving behind only a shell of what once was. If we as a player physically put down the controller, we become one of those hollows that won't experience what the rest of the adventure has to offer. In our own lives, hollowing can be seen as a metaphor for the moments we feel lost, purposeless, and disconnected from who we truly are and what we truly want. When we put down our controller, giving up our own integrity for a life shaped for us instead of by us. Sometimes we may not know what we want, and that's okay. Recognition is the first step to improvement. Like Carl Jung, founder of analytical psychology and fellow spiritual seeker, famously spoke, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Maybe you know this feeling too. That feeling of quiet despair creeping in on a Sunday when the week ahead looms and you're confronted with the thought of withering away in work that doesn't feel like yours. When getting out of bed feels like a chore and existence feels like pain. When we sacrifice our uniqueness to conform, driven by fear, financial pressure, or societal expectation, we look outside for safety and risk losing our essence. In Dark Souls, hollowing happens after repeated death. In life, it happens after repeated self-betrayal. Following paths we're told to wander, aimlessly and disconnected from our true selves. Hollowing is not just a state of being. It's the ignorance and suppression of our true potential and the very essence of who we are. Most of us are given a prescribed life, put into the mold of expectation, saying, "That's just how the world works." Without meaning, the soul suffers. But if hollowing is possible, so is its reversal. In the game, hollowing is reversed by consuming humanity. In life, we can reverse it by getting in touch with our own humanity. We're given the task of ringing the bells of awakening, which basically means facing the path to awakening ourselves and growing along the journey. The path to the bells is riddled with obstacles and crises, but it is in overcoming these challenges that we discover our true inner strength, to continue on our path and find meaning in it all. Sometimes all we need to do is to take the smallest positive action and snowball it from there, like cleaning our desk or even making the bed. Sometimes we need rest, breathe deeply and reset ourselves and the world around us, at a bonfire or the couch. Ringing our bells of awakening is to look inside and awaken what's already trying to get to us with all its power. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. But what does looking inside even mean? It's listening to our bodies. Excitement is the communication of our higher selves, guiding us towards our true north. Being ourselves is the key and the purpose of our lives. But it's sometimes more easily said than done. Exploring who that self is the real quest. You could try something new you always wanted to do and see where it leads. Meditation can also be a profound way of connecting with the inner stillness and our higher being. Tools of self-understanding can also be a great way of coming home in oneself. One of these tools is human design. It can help you see and reveal who you already are beneath conditioning by showing you your completely unique personal stat sheet that maps your energetic blueprint. Shows you how you can make aligned decisions and your innate way of moving through life more easily. It invites you to a great experiment of returning to wholeness by being less like others and more like yourself. I've healed through depression, therapy, and burnout, and all of this helped me on my way of growth. But what had the biggest positive impact was discovering human design. It gave me awareness of myself, my potential, self-compassion, and empowered me to be more of who I am. That's why I want to share and help with what helped me so much on my journey. Our paths can feel lonely sometimes, but we're all on it. So if you're interested in exploring your human design, you can get your chart for completely free from the links in the description. And if you want to dive deeper and have personal guidance, you can check out my website where I offer to share my knowledge in the form of readings and coachings. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you and you came this far, I'd love to invite you to like and subscribe. Maybe share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Feel free to comment any question or share something inspirational. Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. And don't you dare go hollow.